Hi there, it's Kaylee from Crochet Unraveled, and today I'm going to be talking about the right side versus the wrong side of your crochet stitches and your crochet projects. So you may have seen RS or WS in a pattern. I know I did when I was first learning how to crochet, and I was like, what in the heck is that? What is WS? So let me explain to you. So the right side of your crochet project is the side that was first facing you when you started crocheting. So in this case, this side would be the right side of my little swatch here. And I know this because I crocheted a chain and then my first row went this way. Okay? So this was the front side, the side that was facing me when I was crocheting. And as you're crocheting, you can see the difference between the right side and the wrong side of your stitches. So this was another row that I crocheted, this top one, was another row that I crocheted going this direction. And you can see with those two little legs and my top loops there, kind of what that stitch looks like. And then here, these stitches are from the row below, and they have a different texture and a different makeup than the one above. So that is the wrong side of that particular row. Does this matter? Not necessarily. In something like this, it wouldn't really matter because the texture of this stitch is the same if you're going back and forth in rows on this side as it is on this side. You can't really tell the difference. However, there are certain stitches, for instance, let me show you this lace. There are certain stitches where the front and the back do have different textures, so the right and the wrong side have a different texture from each other. So you're going to want to really pay attention to that in this case. So as you can see right here, this side I can tell is the right side of my work because it has this really pretty raised section right here. Whoop, and if I flip it over, that is the wrong side. That's the back. It doesn't have that same texture right there as it does on the right side. So it can matter in certain situations, which I'm sure you will pay attention to, and that might be why you're looking at this video, because you were curious about something that you saw in a pattern. So that's the right versus wrong side on this. The right versus the wrong side of something that goes back and forth in rows using the same type of stitch, it's not as important, as I said. However, if you're crocheting in the round, it will be clear which side is the right side and which is the wrong side. So this side, this is the right side. You can kind of tell if you're familiar with crocheting that this is the front or the right side of these stitches. And if you turn it over, the texture of these stitches is completely different on the back. It doesn't look the same at all. So if you're crocheting something in the round, or if you're crocheting amigurumi, for instance, you're going to want to keep track of your right side and your wrong side. If you aren't really sure, pay attention when you're crocheting that first row or first round, and all you have to do is put a stitch marker, like through this first loop, for instance, on this one, you can put a stitch marker or a different color of yarn. Just cut a little piece of this type of yarn and loop it through there and tie it, and that will help you to remember that, okay, this was the right side of my work. So as I said, each stitch has a right side and a wrong side. The texture of stitches is different on either side, and each project has a right and a wrong side, but sometimes it matters. In this case it does with this circle, and sometimes it doesn't. So it's up to you to just keep track of what type of project you are working on and whether or not the right side and the wrong side even really matters. Sometimes you don't have to pay attention to it at all, but sometimes it is important and you'll want to keep track of that right side. So that is all that I have for you today. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave a comment. And if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, because I have new tutorials coming out all the time. Also, feel free to head to my website, crochetunraveled.com. I have all my tutorials posted on there, as well as a ton of other fun things. If you sign up for the email list, you'll get a lot of freebies in your inbox. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Happy crocheting!